Kitan, great overall defensive performance. I think 4 sacks, 4 turnovers. Did you see this coming in? Did you think this team was going to perform like this today?
Yeah, this is the standard that we should do every week, honestly. With guys, getting upfield, our D linemen getting upfield, our DBs challenging them, and stopping the run. I feel like this should be the standard for our defense every week.
Talk about those 2 picks. What did you see in each one?
Shout out John McCartan for the first one. He was rushing the quarterback on the first one, and I just high-mounted the ball. And shout out my guys for blocking, even though they gave us a blindside on that one. It was fine. And then the second one, just see ball, get ball. But at the end of the day, I only make the plays with the front 7, getting after the quarterback, getting him uncomfortable, and throwing some bad balls up.
Kitan, just kind of talk about this game as a whole, just kind of getting you guys ready for the final 2 games, and then obviously thinking back to the game against Washington last year, that was just a heartbreaker for you guys up there. Is this one you guys have had circled this season?
At the end of the day, our biggest game is the next game. So our biggest game was this game until now. So our biggest game is Washington. We definitely have a bad taste in our mouth from last year. But at the end of the day, we want to regroup and just go out there and execute, play our best ball this coming Saturday.
Seems like week after week you guys have played against a team who plays 2 quarterbacks all throughout the game. What does that say about this defense to be able to research 2 quarterbacks throughout the week and know their tendencies to be able to put a performance like this out?
I think it shows that we're getting after the quarterback, affecting him physically, and that it's just you got to do more than one thing to affect our defense. And I think that shows really how smart and how much we have to game plan, for teams to do different stuff, because they can't just do their basic things. So they always have to do trick plays. So I think it's really crucial for our defense to have great eyes and great attention to detail.
And then obviously going forward, you're going to just play against one quarterback in these last 2 teams. Is that a bit more relaxing for you guys out there on defense?
It was the top 2 quarterbacks in the conference, so it's not that relaxing. The best 2 quarterbacks are going to play all year. But at least we know they're not going to run the ball that much. But no, we gotta go out there and make both these last 2 quarterbacks uncomfortable. They both have great receivers. Washington and Oregon, so we have to go out there and challenge the receivers, and they both have a good run game. Washington has a good O-line. Oregon has some great running backs. So we got two great games ahead of us.
Kitan, I just got to ask, how good did it feel to finally get that pick this late in the season?
It felt great. Coaches and players have been messing with me all year for not having a pick, so finally feels great to have some.
Kitan, I know this defense obviously has prided itself on being, again, one of the top in the nation. You guys, of course, have had your couple ups and downs this season. Where do you guys feel like you're at right now, again, heading into this last 2-week stretch that by many are considering potentially the toughest stretch of your guys' 2023 season?
I think it's always, with our mindset, the culture we've built here, it's always a chase for perfection. So I think it's always trying to play our best ball this Saturday, play our best game this Saturday. So, everything that's happened has happened, Wazoo, Arizona. At the end of the day, we got to go out there and do our jobs and execute.
John mentioned that the Oregon State players that were inducted into the Hall of Fame this weekend came and spoke with you guys. What did you take away from that?
It's Alexis. Alexis Serna has been here for a while, and he does his Beyond Football, and he's a great support system here. And Mike Riley was actually working with the tight ends my freshman year, so I do remember that. And Mike Haas, even though he went to Jesuit, it's just great stories of walk-ons. Coach Smith was a walk-on too. It gives a lot of guys, a walk-on myself, gives a lot of guys inspiration that if you set your mind to it and you really put the work in, that you can do whatever you.
Kitan, ESPN has announced that they're not going to come here for game day next. Are you aware of that, and what are your thoughts about that?
Yeah, I'm aware of that. And at the end of the day, we got to win the game. At the end of the day. Either if game day was here or not, we're still just trying to win the game.
Thanks, Kitan.
Appreciate y'all.